Hello, friends. Welcome in. How are you today? Hope you're having a fantastic day. Like we were yesterday, we're just really gonna see if anything is different with my internet. And if it works, then great. We'll get into more control. If not, we'll just, stop early. But let me double check that everything in my control is working, and then we will begin. In the meantime, how are you? What have you been doing? Tell me everything. Your hopes and dreams. What have you eaten today? I think we're good. Hello, everybody. Welcome in today. How are you? How are you? Bear, you were here first. How's it going? Madrigal, welcome in. How's it going? Emmers, how are you? Yemit, hello. Emmy, welcome in. Emmers with the 285 stream streak. Way to go. Thank you for being here. Again, it's crazy that you guys have streaks up that high. Not that it matters. Like, if you don't, it's fine. And if it eventually loses, it's also fine. But it is crazy that you guys have those numbers. Daz, welcome in. How's it going? How are you? How are you? Daz, did you get some sleep after your stream? Yesterday, I convinced Daz to stream some Pokopia. I messaged him and said, I was like, stream? And he was like, I don't know. I was like, what if I was like, I'll make a deal with you. You stream some Pokopia. And he was like, and I was like, that's it. You stream some Pokopia. That's the deal. And he took it. And he ended up streaming some Pokopia, so it was great. It was fantastic. It was a nice cozy stream. Believe it or not, I've been doing something different today. Oh, what have you been doing, Bear? And then I may or may not believe it. Did some grad class work, nice, and played some Coral Island. How is Coral Island treating you? I'm okay. Really hoping that the internet works. Because I would love to play some Control, but we are kind of at the mercy of my internet, unfortunately. I lost my streak. Sad I was on 60. I think you lost it on our April Fool's Day, Emmy. But that's okay. 60 is also very, very impressive. I believe, I mean, if you wish to do it, try it again. You're totally fine to not. But I believe in you. You can do it. Took a lot of convincing. Well, I felt like it kind of did. He put up some resistance, and then I was like, stream. We need to see some more Pokopia. He's actually the only... Daz is the only person I've watched play Pokopia. Every time I'm like, I could get it. I mean, I could theoretically own it. It's expensive. So you haven't been watching my streams. No, Bear, I have not been. Because you don't stream. Is that your April Fools? You can't take April Fool's jokes all throughout April. Only I can. I like it so far. It's nice and cozy. Lots of things to do. Oh, that's very fun. I've seen a bit of Coral Island. It seems like a really well done kind of Stardew-ish game. If you like farm sim, life sim, stuff. Wait, Bear, what did you do today that you said I would or I might not believe? I started making some chili today. Not white chicken chili, just normal chili, but chicken. Red chicken chili. I added a new ingredient, though. I added a new ingredient to my chili to see how it is. I saw on there's a slow cooking subreddit, which I love, and people just post recipes for slow cookers and crock pots and stuff. And someone was like, I need help making award-winning chili. Like, they were entering into a chili making competition, and they were like, what do I need to do to make my chili better? And the consistent answer, multiple people said this, was I'm forgetting the type of chili. Wait. Checking my order. My grocery order. What kind of... chipotle peppers in adobo sauce. Like a canned thing of peppers that's in adobo sauce. Everyone was like, or not everyone. Multiple people said, you need to add this to your chili. It adds flavor. It adds heat. It adds smokiness. It's very good. And so I was like, okay, maybe I will. So I'm trying it. We'll see. There were a lot of things that I did not try. It's on Stacey. You have to let us know. Yeah, I didn't know if I was supposed to chop the peppers that came in because they were soaked in a sauce. So it felt weird to just throw that on a thing. So I just chucked them in whole. I hope that's okay. None of they didn't say I needed to chop those up. Because again, feels like the alternative, if they want me to chop it up, they should say, get some peppers, also get adobo sauce, right? So, but I already have peppers in there. I have lots of peppers in there. But then, yeah, that just went in whole. I think that's okay. I've never just thrown whole peppers into a chili. You live, you learn, you know? But there was one chili that someone was like, this is the best chili I've ever had in my life. And I was like, okay, I'll take a look at this. The recipe was honestly a little insane. Let me see. Is this it? Yes. Okay. Here is the ingredient list for this one. This is a recipe on SeriousEats.com, and it's called The Best Chili Recipe. I'm going to read this all out to you. I want you to count how many ingredients there are. 1 pound dark red kidney beans, 3 tablespoons of kosher salt, 3 whole ancho, pasilla, or mulatto chilies, 2 whole New Mexico red California costeño or choricero chilies. I've never heard of those. 1 whole cascabel, arbol, or Pekin chile. 1/2 tablespoons of cumin seeds, 1/2 teaspoon of coriander, 2 whole cloves, 1 star anise, 5 pounds of bone-in beef, short ribs, freshly ground black pepper, 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, 1 quart of low-sodium chicken broth, 1 ounce of chopped unsweetened chocolate, 2 tablespoons tomato paste, 1 tablespoon extra finely ground coffee beans, 2 whole anchovy fillets, 2 teaspoons of soy sauce, 1 teaspoon of Marmite, 1 large yellow onion, 4 cloves of garlic, 3 fresh Thai bird chilies or 1 jalapeno, 1 tablespoon of dried oregano, 2 bay leaves, 1 can of crushed tomatoes, a 4th cup of cider vinegar, a 4th cup of vodka or bourbon, 2 tablespoons of dark brown sugar, 1 tablespoon of buffalo style hot sauce. And then for garnish, that's what's going in the chili. For garnish, you have scallions, cheddar jack Colby cheese, sour cream, jalapeno or poblano peppers, onions, avocado, saltine crackers, or Fritos. There are so many ingredients on this list that I was like, did you say 1 Tide Pod? No, I'm not sure what would have sounded like Thai bird chilies? Sorry, I had to check on my mom real quick, but today I got back into Grounded 2 with 2 new updates. That sounds exciting. How is it? I know that's one of your favorite games. Wait, chocolate? Yes. This is not the first chili recipe that I have seen where someone mentions adding dark chocolate. Well, this person said unsweetened chocolate. Another person has said adding dark chocolate. Supposedly it adds like a smoothness to the chocolate that people like. I think it sweetens it up a little bit, but like not too much. It's always just like a little bit, but like it's not a like this said how much? 1 ounce. It's not a ton. If you're making like a big pot of chocolate or chili. So yeah, for whatever reason, chocolate is something that I've seen in a lot of chili recipes. But again, that is so many ingredients. I was like, I would be spending so much money on just like, because it's also like, it's a lot of ingredients, but it's also just like a lot of little stuff. Like 1 star anise, 1 teaspoon of this. It'd be like, I'd buy so much stuff for just like little bits going into it that I was like, no, thank you. Anyway, that person. Oh, wait, hold on. All right, so I'm here now for 2 minutes. What's happening? What did I miss? Did you get rest from your stream? I told everybody how I convinced you to stream. That person is in a very different tax bracket than we are in. It's such a like, again, also like, I guess it also assumes you have this stuff like a teaspoon of Marmite. Marmite's not very common to have on hand. A lot of these things aren't super common to have on hand. I have heard of putting like, I've heard of putting beer in chili before, and I've done that once. I have not heard about putting vodka or bourbon in a chili. That seems excessive. That seems extreme. But anyway, I was like, yeah. I looked at the list and I was like, this is not a recipe I will be doing. But I did follow the guide of using the adobo sauce chilies or whatever. Sassy, how are you? What have you been up to today? Well, it took me an hour to get readjusted to Grounded. Then I took a break. And then for some reason, instinctively picked up my Switch controller and started playing Pokopia. So how much Grounded did you actually play? I did get rest. Yes, you're a monster, but it's okay. That was fun. You had fun. You had fun. Didn't you have fun, Des? Didn't you have the best time? It was actually such a cozy stream. I enjoyed watching it. I said every time I watch you play, you're the only person I've watched play Pocopia. And every time, like, kind of want to play it. You just caved easily. He didn't even need to use his sad eyes on you. It's true. That would have come next. I had good fun for sure and made huge progress. The building you built, the electric power power plant, abandoned power plant was very cool. You did the fire temple as well? I took video for you, but Twitch is being poop. It's taking a while to process it. Did you do that off stream? I'm well. I attempted to make Mr. Panda's car for an oil take Mr. Panda's car for an oil change. Only find the place closed, so we will try again next week. I read a bunch more of my book and took another nap. Oh, that sounds wonderful. What book are you reading? Yeah, I suppose Good Friday might be closed. Yeah, about 15 minutes ago. Oh, nice. I checked it out. And then got started on the Ice Temple. It'll be ready tomorrow. Oh, that's so fun. You should just stream it. Well, you're streaming tonight, right? You're doing... No. Wait, are you streaming tonight? You're streaming tonight. Daz is streaming tonight, everybody. 24 hours. This first 15 lives... Oh, of Harry August. Right. Yeah, you should just watch a stream tonight. Yeah, we're watching a stream tonight. I am streaming tonight, but like Resident Evil stuffs. Okay, I guess. No, that'll be awesome. That game looks very spoopy. Hopefully no more... Oh, were there? Ruh-roh. I didn't know that. Oh, by the way, everybody. Fun little fact... I mean, it's not really a fact. Something that happened that was fun. Yesterday, I was sitting here. I think I was watching Daz at the time, actually. And I got an email. Pulling it up. And the email was... from somebody who I've gotten codes for from before. And it's, "Hi, jetpackpaul. I hope you're doing great. A few days ago, I reached out to you about Mini Shoot Adventures, an open-ended exploration twin-stick bullet hell with the adventure spirit of the first Legend of Zelda. Fly into a charm handcrafted world that will bring you from the shiny surface to the deepest caves. Blah, 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 blah. It has gotten a good reviews on Steam, but it's just launched on PS5, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and Steam. Would you accept a key to play Mini Shoot with your community? If so, please let me know which is your preferred platform." And I was like, one, I don't remember getting that email from him. I legitimately don't recall getting that. But I was like, yes, actually. Yes, I would. Let me see. Hold on. Okay, no, he did not send... I just searched through my email. He must be mistaken. He did not email me about it. But maybe he watched the stream and was like, he just... Oh, actually, well, let me check. That's good. Historically, he hasn't been in my spam folder before, but let me check. No. Doesn't look like it. Anyway, maybe you watch, because I talked about Mini Shoot Adventures on stream. I was like, I almost bought it in the spring sale. But I was like, I think it could go a little bit cheaper. So maybe he was watching, he was like, we have a code for that. I doubt that's the case, but it's just very funny that we were just talking about it. And so anyway, I accepted the code, so we'll play it at some point. It's very interesting. I've learned about lives 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6 so far. What about 5? The book bounces around between the lives, so it's a lot of piecing events together to form a cohesive time. Interesting. Who's the author? Sassy? Um, what was I gonna say? Anyway, it has been very fun watching you play Pocopia, Daz. I saw Psyduck. I really want to build Psyduck a palace of his own. Well, we would probably. I think I would make him live with me, and so then I would also live in a palace then. But oh, is it doing it? Let's see if it. It's because I mentioned something I was happy about. Come on. For those that don't know or haven't been around, my internet has been going crazy. Had internet tech people stop by yesterday. And my bit rate just like it dies. I have too much internet. Let's see if it rights itself. This doesn't look like a good sign for us to be playing Control today. Maybe it was just no, okay. I was like, maybe it was just a momentary hiccup. It's gone. It's dropped back down. It's dropped back down again. No! I just want to play some Control internet. I want to progress the story. So that way we can get into Alan Wake 2. Por qué it do this? Por qué you do this, internet? You do need to post a picture of the jail bear. Hold on, sorry. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm just watching the bit rate go up and down. It's my eyes cannot look away when this starts to happen. Where I'm like, please write yourself. At least I know it's not my computer. But on the flip side, that means that there's nothing I can do. What did the text say? Hold on, let me catch up. 30% done. The chapters are short, and I find myself doing the whole just one more chapter. Oh, that's good. That's very cool. Claire North. Guess the other person did do their thing. Yeah, I guess they didn't get to work today. What did the text say? In short, they said that I had too much internet, which I'm sort of paraphrasing. But basically, they were saying that, like, the line that brings in my internet should be reading, like, the meter of the signal should be at, like, a 9 or something. That's like a 9 is like on the high end of this range that the signal should be in. The signal that's coming through is at 23. It's which is then way higher. So what's happening is, so they swap something out, it lowered the signal. It's like kind of splitting the signal, I guess, so that it's closer to the range, but it's still above the range that they want it to be in. So they said it was at like a 12 or something. It's weird how, well, I feel like it's like yesterday we went for like a whole hour before it did anything. From my perspective, it always looks like it's about an hour. Sometimes we'll drop a frame normally when I'm like browsing the if I pull something up on a web browser and while I'm streaming we'll drop some frames. So that might be what happens sometimes, but this is like I'm watching the bit rate. It's like bouncing around. It's going crazy. Sounds like you have internet for 2006. Well, I am in Alaska, so not too far off. So I think when they left, they said that they were able to get the signal down to like 12 or something, and that they were going to need somebody to come out and go to like wherever it is that our internet lines all meet up, and he needs to tweak some stuff about the signal coming through in this direction. And they said that, I was like, do you know when that might happen? And he was like, well, I think the person is working tomorrow. I'll ask them to do it, but I don't know. So likely what will happen is we will stream probably for a little bit every day until then, just to see, like, for the next week, I'll stream every day for a little bit just to see if things fix. If they do, then we keep streaming. If they don't, then we will stop. And then if in a week it still hasn't fixed, I will call them again and be like, hello? But it seems to, like, it's mostly my upload. Like, I never notice anything going wrong otherwise. So anyway. Yeah, this one's gone for a bit. This one is this one's really trucking, isn't it? Internet, why can't you just be normal? Why can't you just let me stream? Unbelievable bear. Putting a Psyduck in a jail? I guess at least you're feeding him. I suppose that's... He's just asleep in the corner. That's very funny. He deserves better. He gets food and a coffee cup. I love that. Okay, come on, internet. Isn't it time that you correct yourself? What if I mean, it's not going to fix anything. I was like, what if I just restart? Maybe I need to restart my modem or something. How about we'll do, it's Friday. We're going to restart. We're going to see if I it's so you have incentive to get the game. No! It's so expensive. Okay, here's what we're going to do, everybody. I'm going to restart everything. I'm going to restart my modem, my router, even my computer. I really don't think that's going to fix anything, but what do we have to lose? Literally nothing. Literally nothing. Nothing to lose. No, there you go. Nothing to lose. Nothing to lose, everybody. Nothing to lose. There's nothing to... We have nothing to lose but our sanity. All right. I guess everybody will take 2 or take 5 while I restart things, and then take 2 is we'll just try it again, see if the internet works. If not.